What's going on, everybody? We are back. I was gonna do a nice little video and kind of hang outside and talk to you guys. Oh, you see my little man here. But man, it's hella windy today, so I'm gonna head on up to the office. I'll set up the tripod just so we can kind of sit down and talk. And you know, I wanted to go through a couple little things, but yeah, I left for a couple days, went out of town. Excuse me, my lip was itching. Went out of town for a couple days and then came back and figured, hey, it'd be a great day. Get the lawn cleaned up, right? It's just littered with leaves and everything else. You know, it's fall, of course. Plus the lawn is actually long enough to mow one more time. So I figured I'd get out here and do a good mow job, right? And I was ready to work today. And of course, I don't know if you guys can see how hard that's blowing. See my little wind chime? So that's the way the world works, right? With the minute you're ready to do something, yeah, there's other plans involved. What do you want? You go next time. Jealous. And I got my little guy. So, what, you scared? His little heart's beating. But yeah, you guys can see the yard. Woo! Yeah, let me tell you something though. Want to go get those acres in that extra yard and everything else, extra house, like that Geico commercial, when they have a problem with ants, it's a lot of cleaning. It really is too. So I'm gonna get up here and I'll set up everything and then we'll tune back in and then we'll sit down for a second. All right, guys, talk to you in a second. All right, guys, so we're up here, we're ready to go. Yes, I still got little man. I put him down for a second. He kind of roamed around a little bit. Yeah, he wasn't too happy. He didn't start crying or anything, but he's just unfamiliar with everything. He hasn't been out of the whelping box or the whelping room, should I say, as of yet. They're only about 4 weeks old, him and his sister. So, like I said before, I don't really move them around or get them outside or anything until after their first shots. He's not outside hanging out. The dogs always come up, you know, to my other place to, you know, have more room and everything else once they get a certain age anyways. So that'll be next week, I believe, that I'll get them up here. So I'll let you guys see them when I get them up here. What? Oh my God, these claws too. Look at that. Razor sharp. He just wants to cut my face off. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Kind of the title to this whole little video and everything that I was getting into was, you know, find something and commit. Okay. You know, I'm not one out here to preach or anything like that, and I will never do that. All I do is kind of give insight onto where I came from, where I'm going, things like that. And that's also part of me being that open book for you guys, you know, for you guys to understand, you know, something about RK Rottweilers, not just the dogs. As I said before in another video, you know, there's much more that, you know, I have to give, that we have to give, period, other than just, you know, videos of puppies. You know, whether you find value in it or not, that's up to you. You know, I hope that people do. Sometimes it's laughter, it's entertainment that way. Sometimes it's, you know, it's a little bit of education. Sometimes it's just, you know, something, you know, that you enjoy watching, you know, whatever it may be. You know, if I can provide that, cool. That's really what we're out here trying to do. So find something and commit. This is kind of leads into, you know, the beginning of RK Rottweilers. I'm not going to do a whole backstory on my whole life and everything else. I guess that'll be for another day for somebody else, right? They can ask their questions and we'll go from there. But as far as RK goes, I just kind of wanted to let you guys know. You know me, I'm in my late 40s now. I had my first Rottweiler when I was 18, female, and I had my first litter at 18 with that female. So it was at that point in time that I fell just head over heels in love with not only the breed, but with the puppies, the whole process and everything else. Now, I didn't go on to do that since I was 18. I'm not going to sit here and even act like that. God, no, I had too much going on. I was a single dad. I had a couple of daughters, beautiful daughters, when I was in my early 20s, and a lot of other things going on. Like, life happens, right? Life happens. But even through all that, I've always owned Rottweilers. I just wasn't breeding them. I knew that at some point in time, I wanted to, get into that side of it, full time, because God, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And for me to be able to provide these beautiful dogs to people, man, there's not another feeling that compares to it. Really isn't. There really isn't. So many people call me, talk to me, comment, and it's just, I haven't seen Rottweilers like that in a long time, and it's good to see the breed, looking like that, keeping it to where, it should be, at least in my eyes, right? Everybody has a different vision. If you like the short nose, if you like the tails, if you like other things, that's great. I'm not going to knock anybody. You just ain't getting that here. It's classic style right here. It's when you go look up Rottweiler and any kind of book or anything else, and I have the Rottweiler Bible over there. I can show you if I need to. But, it's the black head. It's the beautiful, strong build, crop tail. That's exactly what we're doing here. So, it's something that I really had to, commit to. Our case started in 2015. We didn't just start. We started in 2015. We just had some issues with the original dogs that we started getting because we didn't get the dogs that we thought we were getting. They were very beautiful. Don't get me wrong. They were gorgeous. They were gorgeous. But they were littered with problems. And I ended up losing all those dogs that we started out with just due to health issues. I understand that happens sometimes, and yes, it does happen. It doesn't mean the breeder's garbage. It doesn't mean that the whole bloodline is garbage. It just, life is life, right? You can come from excellent, healthy parents and still, develop cancer or anything else and like that. It is what it is. It's called life. You can't predict everything, not through any amount of testing, any amount of, just DNA, testing, any amount of, following everything all the way back. You can't, because things happen in life, and I understand that. But when every dog that I got from that person, I ended up having problems with, I realized that it wasn't the dogs. It was the person I was getting the dogs from. So, cutting that short, we looked around, my wife and I, we kept searching, and then we found, my brother Tony. Actually, I had found him a couple years before that, but at that time I didn't need any dogs. I felt I was good, I was ready to go, but he was always there, in the back of my mind, because I knew that he had the dogs that I had always wanted, with the build, the structure, the look, the temperament, everything that you can explain. That's exactly what I wanted. So when the time came, of course, I gave him a call. Went down there. I've told you guys a story before, dropped a big fat stack of cash, left, came back, almost a year later, and picked up my puppies. But like I said, RK had already been in the making for years before that. So the whole plan of becoming a, full-fledged kennel was already in the works, right? This is something that I committed to. The finances that I put up, that alone is unreal. I actually refinanced my old house that I had where we were before. And that's originally how I was able to just go on ahead and do what I needed to do with picking up a whole group of dogs at the same time, right? I didn't have a bunch of cash at that time. I was long removed from my old days, put it like that. I was just working for a living, a working square. And I loved it as far as, providing and putting food on the table and everything else. But I didn't love what I was doing. And I didn't want to be in it anymore. I was in the service bar industry, nightlife, I've been a bouncer, dishwasher, cook, bartender, manager, general manager, I've done it all. It used to be really fun, but man, the entitlement of society's gotten really bad. And I thought COVID would make it better. It actually made it worse. So to those of you that go out and treat people like crap when you go to restaurants, shame on you. Shame on you, right? Have some respect. These people don't make a lot of money. And when they do make a lot of money, it's because they're giving great service, not because you decided to be special that day and just give somebody a tip, right? They consistently get the tips because they're doing a great job. Another story. That was just my kind of defense of that the people in that industry, because I do still have a lot of love for, you know, the people there. But like I said, we started this a long time ago. Yes, I know, Bubba, I know. And, you know, all I wanted to do was just breed Rottweilers and get that going. And it was such a tough process to get it going, but we finally did. We're here now, as you guys know, or may not know, because a lot of people are here now. They weren't on Facebook. We were originally in Denver, Colorado. You know, we moved from there. We moved down south. I was able to secure a beautiful location, you know, 6 acres, you know, all the good stuff. You know, compared to where I was at in the city, this is what I needed, because when I left, I had 4 dogs. As of right now, I've doubled that. You know, we got 8 of them sitting out in the yard now, and I actually have more coming in. So once again, it's something that I had to find and just commit to it, you know, and I commit to this 1,000,000%. There's no way around it. No matter what I have to do, we're going to get this going. And this is why. This is why. He's not staying here. He's going home to his, you know, new family. But look how beautiful he is. And look how calm he is. Look how, you know, his temperament, great, just chill. His sister isn't, I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of drama queen, but this is why I do what I do. You know, what else can you do when you get to just hold little bears all day long? You don't. This is such a blessing, I can't even tell you. But the fight and the struggle, it's very real, you know, to get to where you want to go. To this day, I haven't seen $1 of profit, and we've been, you know, professional for 2-3 years now. That's not what it's all about, though. You know, we didn't jump in this to make a quick buck or anything else. I have totally different motives of why I'm doing this. Financially, my wife and I were okay. Clearly, you know, we weren't doing this for so long that we were able to just go buy a big, beautiful home and everything else. We just kept grinding and making it happen, right? It's not easy. So I guess kind of the point of this is, you know, just find something that you really want to do and commit to it. You know, if you want to breed, if you want to climb the corporate ladder, if you want to sing, if you want to write, if you want to draw, if you want to be an artist, if you want to, you know, write books. I mean, goodness gracious, there's so many things that you can do out there. If you want to be a trucker, you know, if you want to be a cook, a chef, you know, it doesn't matter. Just find something and commit to it. It's the hardest thing you can do, but you have to do it, right? Nothing good ever comes within your comfort zone. So I had to step fully outside that comfort zone to get to where we're at. And where are we now? You know, we're doing good. We're all right. As I've said before on all my videos, I'm not out here trying to push puppies over YouTube or anything else. I don't have to. These dogs sell themselves. They're already sold. The litter that I have now was sold months ago. My next litter up is already sold, you know, so it's not about that. It's about me, I think, just kind of expressing and showing where I've came from and what you can do. You know, don't let the naysayers tell you no. Don't let, you know, the haters or anybody else talk you out of what you're trying to do. If you find something and truly commit to it, commit to it. Keep it to yourself for a certain amount of time and then do what you have to do. If you guys noticed, I never said anything about moving or anything else until everything was really good, Gucci. We were there, boom, and then I can talk about it, because why everybody wants to. I even had family when I told them I was moving, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So make sure you're doing things for you, for your happiness, for where you're trying to go. This is where we're at. This is where we're at, guys. So this wasn't a long video. I didn't want to jump in here and ramble all day about nothing, but I do have more to say and you know, to put out there other than, trust me. Like I said, I'm seasoned. I'm an old guy. I've been around a little bit. You know what I mean? So if you guys got any comments or anything, man, please put it out there. You know, if you guys have, man, you started a new venture, you started a new career, you started, you know, an entrepreneurship, you know, anything, you know, just throw it out there. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to know what you guys are doing. You know, you guys know what I'm doing, clearly. Man, if I'm not an open book, or the definition of an open book, what the heck is, right? You guys have seen my home, my office, my dogs, my kids, my wife, family, you know what I mean? So I don't know anything about you guys, you know what I mean? So it's easy to judge from the outside, you know what I mean? But be a part of it, you know, step outside of your comfort zone. If you're, you know, confused or you know, looking for, you know, direction, sometimes talking with other people helps. And that doesn't mean me, it means whoever. But step outside of your circle to do that so that you get honest feedback and honest opinions. Your circle is going to give you your circle opinion, right? So make sure that you're stepping outside. Get these, you know, opinions from what you see from out there, but don't take that for what you're going to do. Make up your mind, find something and commit, do your research. Don't just jump in without, you know, any kind of knowledge. Do your research, because you'll take losses. You're going to take losses anyways, but you want to be able to gain in the end. And if nothing else, you want to be able to gain happiness. It's not always going to end in being a millionaire. It really isn't. Kids, get that out your darn mind. Not many kids are watching this, but you know what I mean. There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts in life. So yeah, that's all I wanted to just reach out to you guys, kind of talk a little bit. My little guy's just hanging out with me today. He's so awesome. It's ridiculous. This is the one I told you guys that I don't want to get rid of. But yes, he's already sold. And yes, he's going to go home. But now you guys see why I want to keep him. Oh my God, he's so awesome. And he's so big. 4 weeks. Most people have dogs like this at 2 months. You know what I mean? So we're trying to do something good around here, right? Ain't that right, Bubba? Yes. You want to say goodbye? You gonna say goodbye? Are you gonna look at the camera with those beautiful eyes? Here, one more time. Give it to him. Give him that look. Oh yes, right there. Here, let me get out of the picture. Oh, he's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. All right, guys. So, like I said, I just wanted to kind of jump in there and, you know, explain a little bit about RK. And like I said before, I got more to give than just pictures of puppies. You know what I mean? If you can find some value in this, great. I love it. If not, that's okay. Click off, go to the next video. It is what it is. No big deal. But you guys have a blessed day. Once again, we're coming up on the weekend. Have a blessed weekend. Just enjoy the blessings as they come. Count the blessings as they come. You know, appreciate, you know, all the good stuff that comes. And like I told one of my daughters the other day, I would still rather be alive and fight the battles that I have to fight than to not be here at all. You know what I mean? So even though everything ain't exactly what you wanted, take some time, allow it to get there, but appreciate the little things and the little goals as you go, because you're never going to go from here to here. You have to make these steps, and most times it's going to go that, and then eventually you'll get there. It's just the way it is. Am I to where I want to be yet? No, absolutely not. But we will get there, and I'm not going to stress about it, and I hope you guys don't either, all right? So you guys have a great one, and thank you guys. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Oh my God, look at those eyes. And he's so big. Look at his head compared to mine. And I got a big head, I ain't gonna lie. You guys have a good one. Peace. Thank you.